YouTube, exactly. And you just get caught up.
Are you using OBS or are you using StreamYard?
I'm using OBS.
He does it through OBS, but uses StreamYard for the audio.
You might need to lower your bit rate in your settings because fucking YouTube. I used to have the problem all the time when I was doing S&M.
That's a really good idea, Eve.
YouTube
Keith says she can hear now.
Well, yeah,
that's because audio and video up.
Yeah, that's because it stopped buffering.
Hey.
Still probably wouldn't hurt to knock the quality down.
That should be in the settings.
I don't know whether the quality can go any further. But
the quality, when I say quality, bit rate.
The bit rate, that video quality.
I understand what you mean.
Not the panel, right?
No, the panel's hopeless. We knew that going in.
It is, after all, minions of the zoo.
So don't call
I
it.
could lower the quality, but it would cost way too much for me to do so.
Hey, Della.
All right.
Hey, Costa.
Even though I've already purchased it, I don't want to have to go back and repurchase all of this.
Just asking. Hi, y'all.
Plus, I've already decided on my drinks for dinner tonight.
Oh, that's good to know. Please don't talk about it. Please, really, I beg you, please.
But aren't you curious about my dinner?
No, I have been eating soft food for 3 days. I don't want to hear about it.
Oh, how are you feeling, Prospero?
I can speak now, pretty clearly, and only one part of my jaw feels like I was punched. So
yay,
it's good.
So what do you have going on?
Was Johnny aware of this before he invited you to the stream?
Well, I didn't think I was going to be quite as messed up by the extraction as I was. I couldn't be on Tuesday night because I was like this. I was like, oh God, it just hurts to talk.
Mm.
I can't.
It hurts to exist.
I can't take. Yeah, it did kind of hurt to exist. That, and I was dizzy as hell from taking the Advil too.
Right.
I can't take Novocaine. They use either Corbicaine or Lidocaine for me, or one of the newer canes. One of their fancier. But they can't use Novocaine. So I end up having like 8 to 10 shots to numb one area. Oof. And half the time the pain comes from that. And the stiffness from the, getting.
Where was the tooth? Was it in the
it was second molar right side.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, that means that they have to go into that big mandibular muscle that I can't remember the name of. And they put the needle. It's the hardest injection in the back of the mouth. It's not the hardest injection, but it's the hardest injection in the back of the mouth that dentists learn to give, and it's into that muscle. I was talking with my dentist about this because he had to have something done back there, and he had to do the same thing. But I can take Novocaine. It's not a big deal.
Yeah,
that's a lot of numbing that needs to happen.
Yeah, he started. And I flinched, and he was like, "Can you feel that?" And I was like, "Uh-huh." And so he had to come back and give me more shots, which that's the part that generally makes anything swell. Yeah. Is that business? It's grim and it's over with. Yay! And
I always have to have more pain meds when I have dental work done because I'm just so sensitive to everything, like physically. It wears off too quickly.
See, I combined that, Eve, by asking for injection, as though it were Novocaine, but of painkiller. And I asked for heroin by brand name, Bayer heroin.
Look, I'm just going to start telling them I have allergies to most over-the-counter pain meds and need them to rub cocaine on my gums.
Exactly. I've got a nosebleed. It still has the indication for nosebleed. You can actually prescribe that, and you can get cocaine hydrochloride in solution in aqueous from a compounding
pharmacy.
Pharmacy, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See, I just have the problem of my tolerance to anything that isn't gas, because I'm apparently completely immune to the surgical grade nerve block that they've tried on me 3 times to no effect. I come out of being gassed and given mega doses of morphine way too quickly. And pretty much everything else. It's just like, okay, yeah, this drug knocks an average adult out at 5 cc's. You're 7 years old. You took 7. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I go nighty night pretty easily. I don't stay nighty night as long as I should. I've awakened before they finished surgery.
You were awakened in a surgery in the middle of the surgery?
Yeah. They were wrapping up doing my elbow. And
how alert were you?
I was alert enough to tell them that I really wish they had a monitor up so I could watch them. And the anesthesiologist was like, "You don't want to do that." And I was like, "I can't feel anything. You gave me a nerve block." But yeah, they were finishing up. There was they had screened my arm, so I couldn't even see it. It was like, it's somewhere over there behind the sheet. Because I mean, the nerve block did a brilliant job. It took, it was early evening, and I had the surgery done early in the morning before that thing began to wear off. It was great. And then it wore off. It was like,
yeah, when I had my hand done, I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, you're kind of like, hey, I'm beginning to get a little sensation in the tips of my fingers. Hey, I can flex my hand. Oh fuck, everything hurts.
Yeah.
It was fun. But it was interesting. I am pretty sure I woke up during another one, but I was told I did not.
Yeah, like I said, for me, if I'm gassed, I go down quick from gas. So, take a few deep breaths, start counting back from 100.
Yes.
I got from 100, 99, 98. What comes after 98?
Yeah. I remember that from having my tonsils removed.
Sanguine, you'll enjoy the story because this is absolutely, I was not going to tell this story ever, but we're here.
Mm-hmm.
I was having one of those pooposcopes done, and they gave me Versed, which is a twilight thing. You don't quite go away, but a lot of people just fall asleep in the middle of it. So I said, all right, I'm going to recite a poem while this goes in, and I want you to tell me what the last line I say before I drop off is. And it was Jabberwocky. I finished the poem, and I went, will I remember that I finished the poem? And they said, no, you won't. It's just a hypnotic effect.
Yeah.
So it's an amnesic. And I said, okay. So they finished the thing, and afterwards, I not only remembered everything, I remembered their conversations and was repeating them back to them. That was the first time I'd ever had every other time I'd had Prospero, which just, since that just puts me out. That's like a general anesthetic for me. And so I thought Versed was going to be like that, but it's really not. It's much, much lighter. It's interesting. And I didn't mind having that goddamn tube stuck up my ass.
Yeah, you didn't care at all. My mother on Versed was one of the funniest things you've ever seen in your life.
Really?
I mean, I saw her. They gave it to her twice. Once before endoscopy, and then once for her second mastectomy. And she just turned into chatty Cathy and no filter. And it was freaking hilarious. She was not pleased afterwards when I repeated to her all the lovely things she was saying. But she told the anesthesiologist came in to talk to her after she had the Versed, and she just raved about how beautiful his eyes were. And then she said, "Hey, while you're doing this and doing that, can you mess about and fix this too?" And it was the day. It was just, I was like, "Mama, shut up. You're not going to be happy." It's like, "Oh no, I'm very happy. Doesn't he have pretty eyes?"
Like I said, when it comes to pretty much any med that is injected or consumed rather than inhaled, I just have an absolutely monstrous tolerance. And this is straight back to when I was extremely young. I went in for oral surgery where they had to cut a piece of skin from the roof of my mouth and stitch it onto my lower gum. And asked to be knocked out. They went, okay. I can't remember what med it was. I remember that they said that I'll be given 2 cc's and that should knock me out, because at 5 cc's that knocks out most adults. And then when I came out of surgery, I found out that I had 7 cc's and I was just high. Extremely goddamn high, because I was apparently screwing with the docs and nurses the entire time. They had a heart rate monitor on my hand to make sure that everything was going okay as they're doing this. And in my complete, just stoned out of my mind state, I realized I can make silly noise happen if I flutter my hand.
Oh, God.
So I fluttered my hand and the silly noise happened. That silly noise being the heart rate monitor freaking the fuck out. And they immediately freak out. They figure out what happens after a few moments of, okay, he still has a pulse. Everything's good there. What's causing this? And then they notice me fluttering my hand. They have a nurse come in and hold open my hand. And they continue with the surgery. A couple moments go by and I realize I can do the same thing if I flutter my other hand.
You know, Sanguine, it's very interesting to hear that you don't react to alcohol very, very much. You don't react to drugs. It makes me wonder if you have a bioavailability problem, in which case, one of the things you might want to keep an eye on is vitamin deficiencies, because people who have low cell permeability, and I forget what all the other things are that go into influencing bioavailability, that from the physiological side, not from the chemical side. But I think I would look into that. And if you're not taking, at least like a 1-a-day type of vitamin supplement, I would think seriously about doing that, because I've heard you talk about this enough. I believe every word coming out of your mouth. But what I'm thinking is that a lot of that stuff just isn't getting to you, because nerves, the nerves in your body, they're going to react the way that nerves in other people's bodies act. You don't have super nerves, but what happens is, if you can't get enough of the medicine to the right portions of the peripheral and central, specifically the central nervous system, if you can't deliver the agent to the right receptor sites, you're going to have what kind of the stuff you're talking about. You just have to increase the concentration, again and again and again, to seemingly dangerous levels, just to get the desired effect. And then you have the problem of getting rid of the stuff.
Hey, we're live,
Yes, but we've been waiting
Sorry,
for
was I
Johnny.
just going on and on?
No.
Well, it didn't help that I was muted the whole time.
I can shut up. I'm sorry.
Thanks, Johnny. You were muted. Hey.
Yeah, I figured Johnny was trying to fix things behind the scenes and was going to chime in when he was ready.
No, like I was saying, I just let it roll.
Are we ready to kick it off?
I knew that we were going to be distracted, so that is why I let it go. But as we are here, we are going to be playing some Jeopardy. We have Prospero, Sanguine, and Chaos Eve to be our contestants. Skep will be the Art Fleming of the group. And
so I'm going to ask the questions.
actually, Camel will be asking the questions.
Okay, so I'm not Art Fleming.
He's the Art Fleming.
Yeah, Art Fleming was the predecessor of that new guy. What's his name? The guy who just died.
You
Alex
just get to
Trebek.
sit there and look cute, Scott.
No problem. I got that.
Skep's our judge.
I read the questions, Skep. You know, if there's any.
I'll do the research, and if I don't know it off the top of my head, and find out the correct answer.
And in case I fucked up and put the wrong answer in the wrong square, that also helps.
All right.
General kibitzing and judgment.
Of course. And we're
Oh
about
God, kibitzing. I haven't heard that word since I was like 12.
Kibitz?
Yes.
Huh.
Out of curiosity, Johnny, how do we decide who gets to choose the question first?
She's on the left. We'll just go with Prospero.
Oh, okay.
She's right there. So
I was curious if it was going to be a buzz off.
Coin toss.
I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 10.
Yeah, and I hope whoever reads this, listen to me carefully, Camel, reads it clearly, because I've got to switch off, you know.
yes.
I will read the questions as written, so I'm going to blame Johnny if there's any.
Yeah, because I got to be on another screen and won't be able to read ahead, which is what I normally do.
Man, I'm going to find it hilarious if half of them have words that Camel's just looking at going, what the fuck? How does this word even get said?
I wouldn't put it past Johnny to do that.
Awesome.
I already told him there's a couple of big ones in there.
As many times as I've made fun of his reading ability on stream, I don't doubt that there's going to be a few landmines in here.
Yeah,
okay, so anyway, I choose a category first, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Fact. Movies for 100.
Movies for 100.
What 1996 film starred George Clooney and Quentin Tarantino as fugitive brothers in Mexico?
And Eve.
Okay, if she's answering, I'm not hearing her.
She is muted.
Eve? You're muted.
And she's up.
So do we want to buzz somebody else?
No, we give her a moment to reconnect, and
yeah, let's give her a moment to come back in here. There we are. Are you back?
Hello.
There you are.
Okay. I don't know why it was acting up, but I was not muted on my end. No, I fucking forgot the name of the fucking movie. I know what it is, just can't fucking remember the name.
All right, buzz in from either of our other contestants.
Sanguine.
Buzzed in. From Dusk Till Dawn, isn't it?
Damn it,
That's correct.
That is. All right. Sanguine takes the board.
Okay. Sanguine, choose.
Yep, I need my buzzer reset as well.
Ah. Yeah, I need to do that.
Just to see if this is going to be a bloodbath, I want to go Old Testament 100.
Who was the first to take Sarah into his home as a potential mistress, not knowing she was married?
Oh. Fuck. It wasn't Pharaoh, was it?
Yeah.
No. Am I coming through again?
That was
Hello?
you. Yep. What, you going with Pharaoh?
Can you hear me? Yeah. Yep.
That is correct.
All right.
Well, he wasn't the pharaoh of the Ukraine.
Yeah.
That's right.
Pharaoh's good enough. Pharaoh's good enough.
Nor was he a grain.
So Eve has the board.
Don't really know that.
Oh, what are these categories? I can't read them. They're too small.
We have entertainment, the Old Testament, classic TV, history, movies, or the written word.
And I have
History.
the cards. I have the cards here so that I can at least try.
And did you say history?
You guys need to pick up
History for 100.
Which
History
one?
for 100, Johnny.
History 100.
What? Oh, come on, damn it, Johnny.
See, I told you.
What chord? No, it's the misspelling. What card's hood ornament or hod ornament is dubbed Spirit of Ecstasy?
Eve.
I didn't buzz.
Oh, Prospero.
You must have reset my buzzer.
I did not reset. No.
I know Prospero knows it.
Rolls Royce.
That's correct. Oh, sorry. Yes,
Nope.
it is. It is Rolls Royce.
You left an O out of hood, Johnny.
You know what? I had to
Odd.
rush through this. Thank you.
Prospero, you have the board.
Classic TV for 100, please.
Who was Jack Parr's orchestra leader?
Shit.
I have no idea. The name
Ditto.
sounds familiar, though.
Ditto.
Anybody have a guess? Because it was Jose Mali, I think.
I can't remember it.
I think it was Jose
We are
Mali.
out of time, so the answer is Yep.
Jose Mali. There you go. But he was a piano player, if you remember. Anyway.
Okay, so it goes back to Prospero again, right?
Classic TV for 200, please.
Classic TV for 200.
What Western superstar appeared on Laugh-In in a fluffy pink bunny costume?
This is probably my weakest subject.
What
Sanguine.
Western superstar?
Wasn't it John Wayne?
Yes, it
Oh.
was.
You're absolutely
Yes.
right, Pilgrim.
I was trying to remember which one, and then it... Yes!
My fraternity brother, John Wayne.
Okay,
I'll
so
go Old Test 200.
Ugh.
Oh, I messed up. Damn it.
back, Johnny, back.
Back, Simba. Oh, it's not going to let me do it.
This is just play it.
Yeah, just what late actor portrayed Sergeant Sam Troy on TV's Rat Patrol?
Oh, this is the right one. Oh, no, that's entertainment for 200. Oh, crap.
Damn it.
Oh, you remember this guy?
I know I do, but I can't think of his name.
Sanguine. Did you?
Is anybody going to take a try at this? No, it's Christopher
Right.
George. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
have zero clue.
Thank you.
I remembered
Yeah.
surname. I couldn't remember first name. George.
Hey,
Surname.
one suggestion, Johnny.
Yeah.
Is that you limit the amount of time for a response to about 5 seconds, 5 to 10 seconds.
After buzzing in.
Yeah, after buzzing in, you've got 5 seconds to get an answer out there, and then 5 seconds after that, because otherwise this is going to be a 15-hour stream.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'll try and keep things going. But
So shall we give Sanguine his actual question?
Yeah,
Did I go clear my buzzer?
yeah, who was? Did we guess on that one, or is? No.
I guessed George, but I'm not sure if...
it's Christopher
Yeah, it came
George. I
through.
told you the.
Yeah.
I said the answer.
Yeah, you said
Right.
the answer right after I
Uh-huh.
responded. Wasn't sure if my mic unmuted.
Well, you said George, and I said it was Christopher George.
Yep.
Anyway,
All right,
move
so
on.
Old
We're taking
Testament
too
for
long.
200.
Who said the following? Thou hast mocked me these 3 times, and hast not told me wherein thy great strength lieth.
Did you want to
Waiting to be acknowledged.
Sanguine?
Okay. It's Samson. Oh, no, Delilah. It was Delilah saying it to Samson.
That's correct. That's the correct answer.
My.
And we'll reset that, and we'll go on to the next one.
I'll go 300 Old Testament.
Who made the golden calf when Moses was on Mount Sinai?
Hint, it might have been a relative.
Prospero.
Who is Aaron?
Bingo.
Yep.
And the Lord done smite his ass for it too.
Yeah.
But he waited until he touched the Ark of the Covenant.
Yeah, right.
You have the board, Prospero.
Classic TV for 300, please. And could you undo my buzzer? Thank
Yes,
you.
I can.
Who had all the answers as host of Jeopardy?
Sanguine.
Would that be Skep?
Art. Sanguine.
Art.
Yeah, it was. All right.
Reset. Thank you.
I wouldn't have said that except I gave the answer before the show.
Mhm.
So that wasn't really a fair question for anybody.
I started laughing when you said it because I'm like, oh, that's one of the questions.
That's why it was just a race for who hit the button.
So,
Sanguine.
we going back to the Old Testament thing? What are we doing?
God damn it. 400 Old Testament.
Why were 3 men in the book of Daniel thrown into a fiery furnace?
Eve.
I think she must be having trouble again because I'm not hearing anything.
Yeah.
I can name them, but I can't tell you why they got thrown in.
I always confuse their names and one other group, so I can't remember if it was Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, or if that's the other group of names that I've always mixed them up with.
Yeah.
She drop again?
Yep. There she is.
Want me to read the whole thing to you?
Hello.
The question or the
Bible verse that gives you the answer. If nobody has an answer, by
Well,
this
well,
time, if
we're
after
just waiting-
5 minutes,
Can I be heard?
you can be heard now, yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I don't know what it is. Every time I tab over to the button, it's like a 50-50 shot that I'm not going to be able to speak again after that. It was Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and if I'm not mistaken, they spoke out against King Nebuchadnezzar, but I can't remember exactly what for.
these men, O king, pay no attention to you. They do not serve your gods or worship the golden image that you have set up.
That's what it was.
Your thought, Skep?
Yeah, I would give it to her.
All right.
Okay, Eve. So again,
Reset the buzzers.
Ah, yes.
our topics are entertainment, the Old Testament, classic TV, history, movies, or the written word. You have the board, Eve.
Let's see. The written word.
What number? 1 to 500.
Oh, sorry, 100. Sorry.
What war did Jeff Shara depict in Gods and Generals?
Sanguine.
Civil War.
Yes.
Had Robert Duvall in it, if I'm not mistaken. Who else was in that picture?
And I'll finish out. with 500. I can't remember who
Testament?
all was in it. It was fantastic. Yes, Old Testament finishing out 500.
Who searched for his father's lost donkeys? Anybody buzz in, Johnny?
Remember.
Nope.
No?
Yeah, I can't remember.
Oh, fuck.
Do you want me to tell you who it was? Because that's the story of Saul. That's part of the story of Saul. It comes out of Kings or Samuel.
Yeah, it was all.
Okay.
Samuel. That's what it comes out of. First Samuel. That's what it is.
So nobody got it? Sanguine, where are we going next?
I'll go written 200.
Who decided Princess Diana's tragic death was a good reason to reissue his 1992 biography in a pricey commemorative edition?
Prospero.
Shit. It's biography in a 1922. I don't know.
Inbred piece of shit.
Yeah. Chuckles McFuckface.
Yes, exactly.
Prince of Wales Prince of Wales face.
Oh, is it Andrew Morton? I thought that was
No, it's Andrew Morton's book about her. It's a tell-all. I couldn't think of the guy's name. It was that.
Set buzzers.
Yep.
You know what? I misread the question because Prince Philip did issue his autobiography in the 90s. I don't remember exactly when it was. I guess it was about 92. But anyway, go ahead.
No, I did accept Mick Chucklefuck. So
okay.
No,
go.
you did not need to accept McChucklefuck.
All right, reset buzzers and move on. Let's go.
All right.
Okay, so who am I asking? Okay.
Oh crap. Okay. History for 200, please.
History for 2.
What congressman, senator, and vice president from Minnesota was dubbed the Prairie Progressive?
Also the happy career.
Hubert Humphrey. Who is Hubert Humphrey?
Yes.
The
300.
happy.
300?
And yeah, a history 300
Okay,
And he just hit the written word. That's twice now, Johnny.
okay, written word's fine with me. Just reset my buzzer.
What American novelist is blessed with the Chinese name Anne May, meaning blessing from America?
Wow. I don't know that. Huh.
On May.
On May, yes.
What American author?
What American novelist?
May Sue. That's the only thing that's coming to my mind. when it
I
comes
did know
to-
who this was. I can't believe I wouldn't have said it though. Oh damn.
Oh.
character, or when it comes to.
Do you want me to give you the answer?
Then I
Do you
know
want me to
I'm
give you the
wrong.
answer?
Then I
Do
know
you want
I'm
me to
wrong.
give you the? Do you want?
I
me to give
buzzed
you the-
in.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Amy Tan.
That's correct.
That's correct.
It's absolutely right.
All right. And then you wanted to go history.
I didn't know that
For
till I looked
300.
it up.
Yes, and reset the buzzers, please.
I guess. History for 3.
What was Karl Marx's favorite color?
Shit.
Prospero.
Red. What is red?
Are you kidding me?
Okay, that's a fucking amazing question.
Yeah, I'd like to see the source on that. All right, next.
I
Question.
know. So would I. It's
Your board.
it's Engels. You know, the 400.
That's right.
History for 400, Johnny. What pay-as-you-go conveniences were outlawed in Chicago in 1974?
Oh, I know what this is.
The used panty bending machines they still have in Japan. I don't fucking know.
No, I don't think it's Pachinko or anything.
Prospero.
What are pay toilets?
That is correct.
Yep.
It took me a second to remember we used to have to put a dime in those things.
That was the year I graduated from Northwestern.
Uh-huh.
You have the board, Prospero.
Reset the buzzers. History for 500, please.
What
the answer
president?
is
What president carried a long-running affair with Lucy Mercer Rutherford?
All of them.
Lucy Mercer
This is the presidential train.
I don't know.
The Sanguine.
FDR, wasn't it?
Yep.
yes.
I'll go written 400. Reset buzzers before you click.
Yes. Written word. Where did I put those?
Reset buzzers.
What 1992 Dorothy Allison novel tracks the coming of age of young Bone Boatwright?
Don't know that one. Whoa.
Dorothy Ellison?
Allison.
I don't even know who
I've
she
never heard.
is.
I worked in a damn bookstore and I don't recognize her name.
I read all the books. I don't know.
And
Sounds
nobody buzzing
familiar.
in.
Bastard out of Carolina. I never
Okay.
heard of that.
Wow.
Sounds like one of them Harlequin books, Johnny.
Yeah.
He was a bastard.
I'll go written 500.
If there's an SDA question on here, I'm going to object.
What drug proves that menopause exists according to a Gail Sheehy book?
What? Could you read the question again, please?
What drug proves that menopause exists according to a Gail Sheehy book?
Prospero.
What is Viagra?
Yes.
Kill crapola. Classic TV for 400, please.
Right.
What Hollywood Palace guest did Dean Martin introduce? Their hair is not long, it's just smaller foreheads and higher eyebrows.
The fuck? That's a fucked up way to introduce somebody.
I'm pretty sure Dean was probably sauce at the time, so.
Their hair is
That's
not.
most likely true.
He didn't drink when he was doing his shows.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
There was apple juice in the glass.
Yeah, yeah. He was not near as drunk as he pretended. That
He
was
was-
an act.
Yeah, he was nowhere near the dipso.
Yeah.
Peter Lawford was the drunk.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
He drank all the liquor, all the Kennedy's
He
liquor,
pretended
all
he
the
was
liquor.
pretty drunk,
Anybody,
what they're saying.
I don't-
Okay, let's go.
No idea.
All right.
It was the Rolling Stones, since
Oh.
everyone ran out of time.
Yeah, 500. Classic TV.
Who shot the one-armed man in the final episode of The Fugitive?
Who shot the one-armed
Who-
man?
Correct. Who shot the one-armed man?
Oh crap. Shit.
10 seconds.
I'm so
5, 4, 3, 2,
I can't think of
One.
the guy's name.
Richard. I thought it was
It
going to be
was
Richard
it was
Kimball.
Lieutenant Gerard. It was the cop that killed him. I just couldn't remember his damn name.
Oh, that's
Lieutenant
right. That's right.
Philip
I forgot the
Gerard.
plot
Yeah,
of
he
that.
was going to kill David Jansen.
That's
the
right.
one-armed man, and Gerard
That's
shot
right.
him.
Yeah.
All right. You still have control of the board, Prospero.
Oh, bloody hell. Entertainment for 100, please.
I absolutely forgot the fugitive.
Who was the female lead in $1 Million Legs and Pinup Girl?
Prospero.
Who is Betty Grable?
Let's see if I can remember where that thing is.
I bet it was.
Apologize, but yes, you're right.
Yeah.
I was like, she had legs that went all the way up to her ass. Entertainment for 300, please. And buzzers.
Yep.
What TV show's family was reunited after 14 years in a 1977 TV movie?
What?
So something that went off in 1963.
Prospero.
Oh God. Was it the Nelsons?
Nope.
Oh. Then it's the other one.
Dun, 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 dun.
That was the other one I was thinking
Leave
of.
it to.
Leave it to. Yeah, I'll leave it to Beaver.
And
I
that
think
would also
that's
be
what I
wrong.
think. Is that wrong? Oh, damn. I was sure that was the.
Father knows best.
It was Father's Knows Best.
Father knows best. Yeah, well, we had 3 choices.
Buzzers.
Wow.
Okay.
I'm surprised I got that.
Yes, reset the
Reset
buzzers.
All right. Next.
Prospero.
That really ought to go to Sanguine.
Nope. Well,
I know. Entertainment for 400, please.
what stand-up comic played Officer Carl Levitt on TV's Barney Miller?
Oh.
Prospero.
Was that Steve Landisberg?
No.
Damn it.
10 seconds. 5, 4,
Oh,
3,
shit.
2, 1.
Prospero just
Got
remembered
it.
who it was.
Nah,
And show us the answer, Johnny.
I can draw you a
Was
picture
it
of his
Max
face.
Scale? Or
Ron Carey.
Yeah,
It was
well,
Ron
it's
Carey.
Yeah.
Buzzers again.
Yes.
Is it me again?
Yes.
Yes.
Close out the category, please. Make it go away.
Who made his New York City stage debut at age 19 on March 11th, 1961 at Gertie's Folk City opening for John Lee Hooker?
Oh, I bet I know the answer to this. I'll bet nobody else does.
At 19 years
Yeah.
of age in 40, in 61.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No answer.
No answer. Go for it.
Were you ready for the real answer? I think it's Bob Dylan.
It is Bob Dylan.
Yeah, John Lee Hooker should have been the giveaway. All right, movies for just movies for 200.
That was the same coffee house, Joni Mitchell.
Oh,
What comedy starred Molly Shannon as Mary Catherine Gallagher, a character she played on SNL?
gross! I know the character too. Ew.
Sanguine.
Super cool, right?
Wrong.
Damn it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the
The
answer
answer is Superstar.
Superstar. Ah, fuck.
All right. Reset
Ah.
buzzers on the next
So
question.
close.
Yeah, just 300, whatever. Just
Yes.
in
Just go.
sequence. Yes.
Yeah, just go. Reset the buzzers.
Already did.
What 2003 Ted Turner pet project was a $90 million Civil War epic?
Oh, jeez.
Prospero.
What was Gettysburg? Shit.
Nope.
Wrong date.
Sanguine.
2003.
What was
Oh, you-
Gods and Generals, wasn't it?
4, 3, 2, 1, 0. I probably was Cold Mountain. Or
It was Gods and Generals.
It was
Sanguine
Gods
was
and
correct.
Right, God's General.
Yeah.
That's what I thought it was.
I went to
So-
see that movie when it came out.
All right, Sanguine has
It
the
was
board.
long as
Yay.
shit. Continue down.
400.
Reset buzzers.
Reset buzzers.
Reset buzzers.
What fictional does Truman Burbank call home in The Truman Show? I mean, assuming that's what fictional town, Johnny?
There may be a word missing.
So what fictional town does Truman Burbank call home in The Truman Show? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Sea Haven, guys.
Never seen the show.
Jeez.
I don't watch TV and I don't watch movies.
Yeah, this is painful
So,
for me.
And
as
to
well.
close
Johnny,
out-
reset the buttons.
There's no
Yep, close
nothing
out.
to reset, so
What fraternity is home to Bluto, Flounder, Otto, and Boone?
Oh Christ! What the fuck is the name of that goddamn fraternity?
Prospero.
Oh, what is Animal House?
Incorrect.
I know. I can't remember the damn Delta.
I felt a thigh or something.
Well, it's you're third of the way correct.
I know
And
it's
time is up.
Delta
It's
was in
Delta Tau Chi.
Tau Chi. Yeah.
All right. And so far, leading the first round is Sanguine. And
Prospero was blowing me out and then thankfully got some wrong answers and I kept my mouth shut for a while.
Oh, fuck off. This old lady needs to pee in between rounds. I'll be right back.
I got a lead, I lost it, and then you got the lead and lost
Well,
it.
while you're doing that, we'll check in with the chat. How's everybody doing? I see we got some more
Nah, y'all
folks in
just-
here. Red Feather 1, Richard Moreau. How's it going? Cannibal Wizard showed up.
I'm going to quickly cook my salmon.
Y'all just
yes,
picked my
that's
dumb
right.
ass to go against
We-
the two brainiacs.
We don't get to hear any of Sanguine's food porn tonight because of Prospero's molars. So
No,
if you guys are looking forward to that,
she's currently away urinating, so it's Sakura Sakura show you marinated salmon on top of some rice with a different type of whiskey that I haven't had before, a Mizunara Sensei whiskey, which is a Japanese style of whiskey, Pachino Nest white ale, and Kyodai Nigori sake.
And scroll back in
Also,
chat. I see
some roasted uba.
I see your boy Pat knows his Old Testament.
Hooray.
Hello.
Eyes back.
All right, our categories here is the judge. I will do the introduction of the new board.
Sounds good.
Here on Hellcat's Non-Jeopardy Round 2, we have categories Buzz, the Bible, Geography, Global View, Life and Times, Game Time. Now, who has the board currently?
that would be Sanguine.
Sanguine, you have the board.
Round
Choose
one.
one, please. Reset buzzer. And let's go.
Reset. Yeah, yay.
I will go the Bible.
For how many?
100.
100. Bible for 100.
Bible, not Buzz.
Hold up. We just had a beep, so
The other B one.
gotta let Eve back in.
Thank you.
Ah,
All right.
so Bible for 100, Johnny.
All right.
Which Babylonian ruler was assassinated by his sons?
I feel like there's probably a lot of them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which
you have
one?
to be
It's
more
just
specific.
the shorter list is who wasn't.
I don't really know those. I'm not gonna
All right.
Just read the
five,
questions as
four,
written.
3, 2, 1. And the answer is Nebuchadnezzar or Senate. All right. Sennacherib.
Yeah, Sennacherib.
All
See?
right.
Landmines.
There we go. All right.
Sanguine.
Sanguine, you're still
Go
on.
Go down the list with 200.
I hate you.
I'm clearing out the Bible first. Fuck that.
What scholar translated the scriptures into Latin and called it the Vulgate?
I have no idea.
If I remember where I put that.
Single scholar?
Yep, single scholar, single one. Come on, you know the answer to this. We've talked about it, Prospero. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It was Jerome.
I'm not Catholic.
Neither am I. I'm a Baptist.
Yeah, but
continue
you
down the
did
list,
comparative
clear it out.
religion.
Okay, as the
So reset.
as the Catholic, I didn't even know that.
There you go. All right,
So
moving
300.
on.
I was raised Catholic.
What book in the Bible immediately precedes Ephesians?
Ephesians?
Ephesians, yes.
No.
Eve.
5,
Galatians.
4. Correct.
Yes. And she's
Somebody
on the
needs
board.
to. Thank you, Eve, for remembering the letters.
I've only ever
I sang the
skimmed
song
through the
in my
Bible. I
head so
don't
much.
listen to people actually talking about it that much. So forgive my mispronunciations. Eve, you have the board.
Let's see. Let's do game time for 100.
Game time for 100. Getting a little bit of crackle in Eve's mic
Yeah.
there.
Check your cable or something.
What
Eve.
golfer?
Oh my God, earbuds.
What golfer became the first person awarded a Lifetime Achievement SB in 2001?
A lifetime achievement. What?
SB.
SB. The
SB.
ESPN
Oh.
Awards.
Yeah.
What golfer?
5,
In other words,
4,
Eve.
3, 2, 1.
Eve?
The answer is
Well, I think Eve may have some
Oh.
difficulty with the buzzing in and then being able to speak.
Maybe she should just yell
Okay.
buzz.
yeah.
I would accept that, but I'm not the judge. So, Skep, does that work for you?
That was my.
Yeah. That's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
That was my initial idea.
I think that's a good idea. Hey, Camel.
Johnny trying to be fancy over here, flying too close to the sun with all his gadgets and gizmos.
Yeah, I feel ya.
I am a man of technology. Look how well it is working out for me.
21st century man.
I've got like a 10-year-old refurbished computer. It's working better for me on this end.
Okay. Let's put the answer on. Let's move on.
I was waiting for
We're
Eve
waiting
to get
for
back
Eve.
to see if she could answer it.
Tiger. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes, we
Yes.
can hear you now.
I said Tiger Woods, but I was just like shooting in the dark. So
And it is not Tiger
I'm
Woods.
guessing Jack Nicklaus.
Jack Nicholas, probably.
Jack Nicholson.
figured it
Yeah,
wasn't.
that's,
Yeah.
That was a guess. for
Jack
me.
Nicholson
I
and
always
his 4-iron.
yeah.
I always
Yeah.
say it wrong the first time.
I always say it wrong all the time.
All right, Eve.
You still have the board.
Let's see. Life and Times 100.
All right. So, Johnny, what is Ricky Nelson's brother's name?
Buzz.
I'm not that.
5,
Okay,
4,
Eve, I heard a buzz.
3.
Eve said-
Jimmy Nelson. I don't know. I'm just guessing in the dark. I don't fucking know.
All right, give us the answer.
She said
She
she
said
didn't
it.
know. She said Jimmy.
All right, no,
Jimmy Nelson. I don't know.
no, that's not
Probably
right.
Nelson.
Just
I
tell us
know.
what the answer is.
David.
Or
Johnny.
look to see if anyone's buzzed
David,
in.
yeah.
God damn it!
The timer was already
Being
gone.
so late.
Yeah, the timer was way gone, so
I clicked when
We're moving
she
on.
almost immediately after her,
Oh,
which is when I clicked.
okay.
All right.
So, Eve.
Geography for 100.
How many drive-in theaters are there in Swaziland?
Yes.
how many drive-in theaters does it take to fill up Swaziland with drive-in theaters so that they have enough?
What the fuck are these questions, Johnny?
Swaziland is kind of just a giant drive-in theater anyway. It's one of the home areas in South Africa that the apartheid people set apart for black people can go live there because that's worthless land. Yay! Swaziland, what a
I
dumb.
was like, it's like God's must be crazy territory.
The answer is 1.
yeah,
Oh.
that's what I say. It's one big.
And they show the gods must be crazy all the time.
Okay, Johnny, before we
Right.
continue, what version of Trivial Pursuit did you get these questions from?
This is Genus Edition 2.
Oh, that God. Oh, yeah. Those
Oh,
Genius
yeah.
Edition ones were a bitch.
It's no
Okay.
worse than the classic TV ones because those are from the Baby Boomer edition.
Mm-hmm.
As if you couldn't tell.
And they catered to early boomers.
So, Eve, I think you still have the board, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Oh, Jesus. Global View for 100.
What city banned pigeon food vendors at Nelson's Column as part of its war on bird droppings?
Prospero.
Nelson's Column. Where is that?
Yeah. What is London?
Yeah.
London.
Yeah.
Global view for 200, please.
Clear buzzers.
Do we even want to continue with the buzzers?
Yeah.
Yeah, just bail on the buzzers.
How
Just say
many
buzz.
stars make up the circle on the European Union's official emblem?
Oh
Buzz.
God. Well, I'm not counting.
5,
I'm not counting
13.
European countries.
3, 2, 1, 0. Shows the answer.
Can you hear me?
Eve?
No, I was wrong anyway.
All right. Next.
Global view 300.
Global view for 300.
What did the townsfolk of unincorporated Sonoma, California elect mayor in a barroom poll? This is a what, not a who.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Any buzzies?
I hope it was a keg of beer.
I think it was wasn't it a goat or something?
The dog named
Go ahead and give us
Bosco.
the answer. Okay. Bosco the dog.
Bosco the dog.
I
Well,
bet he was the goodest little mayor too.
yes, he was. Global view, which is so scintillating, for 400, please.
I would have named him Bosco da Gama.
What
Yeah.
8,842-foot Yosemite Peaks missing? Okay,
Half
Johnny.
was he-
Question.
Half was eroded
Away by passing ice age glaciers. Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
I didn't misspell that.
5.
I rang
Four.
in, and I rang
Okay.
Oh,
in.
Prospero.
Okay.
It's the answer. It's the answer.
What is Half Dome?
Correct.
Yeah, 500, please. Buzzers.
Oh, we're still doing the buzzers? You know, everyone said to abandon the buzzers, and I abandoned the buzzers.
I said let Eve yell buzz.
Okay.
Who were the Tizhack Raven and
Rabin.
Rabin.
Itzhak Rabin, and the
Okay.
I and the T are reversed. Itzhak Rabin and Shimon
If you want to go ahead and read
Peres.
that, then go ahead.
Yeah. Who were Itzhak Rabin and Shimon Peres obligated to share their Nobel Peace Prize with? A criminal piece of shit
Yes.
engineer, mass
Prospero.
murdering fuck shit.
Who is Yasser Arafat?
Yeah.
Correct?
That was impressive.
Category,
Fucking hate that
Cusser. Geography for 200, please.
Geography for 200.
Buzzers.
What alpine country is home to
This is really hard.
Gruyere? Castle?
Gruyere.
Gruyere.
Prospero.
What is Switzerland?
That is correct.
It's where the cheese comes from.
Yes. Geography for 300, please.
What French town distills most of the country's brandy?
Oh, bloody fuck.
5,
Oh,
4,
This
God.
just makes Jeopardy interesting.
damn it.
2,
Prospero.
1.
What is cognac?
Yes.
Correct. Absolutely.
Buzzer clear. And the next one in geography 400, please.
What became the #1 beer producing city in the U.S. in the year 1981?
1981?
Correct. 1981.
Sanguine.
I'm going to give a guess at Milwaukee.
Wrong.
Okay.
I
the
bring in.
old champ.
I rang in.
Prospero.
What is Denver?
No.
Damn. Boulder.
Buzz.
Eve.
Eve?
Golden.
I was gonna say Boston.
No.
See, Golden, Colorado.
Golden, Colorado.
Los Angeles.
Really? Well, fuck
It's-
them.
Yeah,
500.
fuck Los Angeles. That's not part of America anymore.
Geography for 500.
Yes, please.
What English explorer was the first man to set foot on all the continents except for Antarctica?
What English explorer?
Yes.
Prospero.
Who is
I have to
Cook?
think about that. You might be right, Prospero.
Who is Cook?
Yeah,
James Cook. Yes.
the amazing navigator.
Yeah,
He's
he really
the patron saint of navigation.
was.
Where are we going now, Prospero?
Life and Times for 200, please.
Life and Times.
What did Yves St. Laurent say would be his basic color for 1968 in protest against the Vietnam War?
Basic.
Prospero.
What is black?
Yes.
I think that's where we get the phrase basic black.
That is exactly what
I was just going to say Pantone 2955C because that's my default.
I like that. Life and Times for 300, please.
All right. Wow. Tuberculosis game show.
What TV game show host served as an usher at Julie Nixon's wedding? I'm assuming that means Tampa Bay, Johnny.
Tuberculosis. It made for an interesting time.
What?
5,
TV game
4,
show.
3, 2, 1, 0.
Art Fleming.
The answer is
I buzzed in. You weren't paying attention to the buzzers. I buzzed in at 3.
Let's just all do the say buzz because
just say buzz so everybody can hear it because
all
the
right.
buzzer system is sucking right now.
Yes, it is. All right.
Continuing on.
As we were.
Life and Times 400.
5 times 400.
What singer guessed he'd spend more than $2 million on drugs before going born-again Christian in 1976 and recording gospel songs?
Man, I would get a new dealer.
No
Seriously?
shit.
buzz.
Eve.
Eve.
It wouldn't be Johnny Cash, would it?
No.
Maybe. Yep.
Anybody else? Gotta
Okay,
guess.
the answer is.
No clue.
Give us the answer. We're timed
J.
out.
Thomas.
Oh, yeah.
He and I and his wife have sat together in AA meetings in Arlington, Texas, and I saw his wife about 6 months ago. No, I'm sorry, about 18 months ago at a reunion thing that I went to.
Cool.
Prospero, I believe you still have the board.
500
right?
for Life and Times.
They're beautiful people too. Let me tell you.
What member of the Rolling Stones said, "I think Sex on the Road is something performers expect"?
Buzz.
Prospero.
Prospero.
Mick Jagger. Who is Mick Jagger? Yeah, I mean, that's kind of like his stock and trade, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm surprised
All
his
right.
dick hadn't
They-
fallen off. Buzz for 100, whatever the hell that is.
What country's spiritual leader ordered the death of author Salman Rushdie?
Buzz.
Prospero.
What is Iran? The Ayatollah.
Khomeini.
All right.
Buzz for 200.
What is the name of the rehab center that has been home to Robert Downey Jr., Ben Affleck, and Diana Ross?
Fuck if I know.
And is named for.
Yeah, Buzz.
Prospero.
What is it, Betty Ford?
No.
Ooh.
Oh, it's not.
No. I didn't think Downey had been there.
Is that Synanon or is it that New Age one?
Time's up anyway, Johnny. Show us the answer.
What is it? Show us the answer.
Promises.
And I just want to point out that it said rehab enter.
I just want to say, shut up.
Kiss your. Yeah, butts for 300.
What comedy group is Mel Gibson's favorite?
Whatever one happens to be anti-Semitic this week.
Which one has the fewest Jews?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Time out. Answer, please.
Show us the answer, Johnny.
The Three Stooges.
Okay.
All right.
All right, 400.
Still don't care.
What LA club did the River Phoenix pass away in front of?
I have no idea, nor do I care.
Yeah.
But he was a big deal back in the 90s.
Yeah, I know. And
5,
another statistic.
4, 3, 2.
I
1.
think I actually know this one. It was
Answer.
the Viper Lounge. The Viper Room, pardon me.
Okay.
Owned by Johnny Depp.
500.
What ancient Hebrew text has Madonna chosen to base her life on?
Buzz.
Prospero.
What is the Kabbalah?
Yes.
Correct.
And I must say, she's doing a bang-up job, isn't she?
Yes, she is. Speaking of banging up. Game time for 200, please.
What baseball team averaged only 7,688 fans at home games in 2001? The lowest of any major league club in 20 years.
Oh, my God. Well, there's so much suckage to go around.
I'm sorry, Eve, did you say Buzz?
Yes.
Okay.
What is your answer, Eve?
The Cubs, Chicago Cubs, or that's not Chicago.
I am offended, and it's still wrong.
Yeah,
It's still wrong.
We're timed out, by the way.
I'm going to say the Rays.
We're timed out. If I was going to guess, I would guess the Blue Jays or something. But
Montreal Expos.
Montreal Expos. Oh, that's right. The Expos couldn't. Yeah.
I was going to say I should.
Yes, exactly.
Because it doesn't anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
Of all the issues the Cubs had, the one thing they didn't have was a lack of devoted fans. So.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Game time 300.
What European automaker outfitted its pricey streetcar skateboard with a high-tech suspension system?
I don't know which one of those vanity idiots made a skateboard.
Street Carver skateboard.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to guess Volkswagen, but give us the answer.
BMW.
Oh,
BMW.
good God.
There you go.
Well,
As
that
if-
explains it. Game time 400, please.
What sport, otherwise banned on Japanese ski slopes, debuted at the 1998 Nagano Olympics?
Buzz.
Prospero.
What is snowboarding?
Yes.
Correct.
500 for game time, please.
All right.
Who's known in China as
Tag Woozy.
Type Woozy?
Hey, pussy,
5,
what?
4, 3, 2, 1. Give us the answer.
Tiger Woods.
Just Jackie Chan?
Tiger.
No,
Woods.
Tiger. Oh, Tiger Woozy. Yeah, Tiger Woozy. That makes sense. Bible for 400.
All right.
Here we go.
who was the last judge
Ooh.
of Israel?
Last or final? Because it's kind of different.
But
I'm just reading it as it's written. Eve.
Yeah.
theoretically, Jesus.
I'm trying to find.
Give us the answer.
Sorry, missed
We're timed out.
Gee.
Go ahead.
No, it's not. But it's Samuel.
That was my second guess.
See, the judges and the king, the final judge, of course, is God. The last judge was Samuel. That was the.
All right, so
that
we
joke
have
I was
I
trying
should've
to
taken
make.
it more literal.
500. From whom was David fleeing when on the Mount of Olives?
And no, you can't say everybody.
Buzz.
Eve.
King Saul.
Correct. I think it's correct anyway. I think that was part of David's exploits. He and Saul were.
According to this, no.
Oh, well,
Although,
okay.
Prospero, Sanguine, either of you want to give a guess before we show the answer?
Unless it's going to be the Philistines.
all right, so
Okay, who is
I'm
it?
gonna
Give us
show
the
that.
answer.
Now, is that
Absalom.
Absalom. Okay.
okay?
His
So-
son.
His son, yeah. Absalom.
Absalom, my
makes
Absalom. Yeah.
All
So
right.
Prospero killed that round.
All right, we're final Jeopardy now.
Yep.
It's final factal time. Enter wager amounts below. Please enter valid wagers.
Gee, I'm going to bet 0.
And the winner is.
I have negative 1,300, so I don't know
you
how
have
I'm
nothing.
supposed to do.
You have
I'm,
nothing
I'm,
to bet.
I'm giving you a fighting chance, though, to at least to have your participation in there.
There you go.
Okay.
All right.
I'll bet it all, but Prospero's already decided to bet 0, so Prospero wins.
How do I?
I have to put the numbers in.
You say the amount.
You say the amount. Bet it all, Prospero.
Bet it all. Fuck it.
No.
Go big, go home.
No.
Prospero's playing it safe. She
No,
wants
I am
the-
fiscally conservative. $1 American if I have to place a bet.
All right.
It's rather cold.
It was discovered in 1898 when 2 scientists in France extracted a minute amount from a ton of.
Pitch blend.
Pitch blend.
It was
Okay,
discovered in 1989 when 2 scientists in France extracted a minute amount from a ton of pitch blend.
Okay,
Oh.
wait.
well,
wait,
it.
Three,
I'm
which
gonna
is it?
2, 1.
Wait a minute. Hold on, Skep. There's a problem.
It's just too easy to look up. That's why I'm trying to count
No,
through.
I
It's the
understand.
way it's written.
Okay.
They're
Yeah, the
two,
way it's written is confusing.
Yeah.
Oh,
1990,
I wrote it in
1898. Yeah, and
Yeah.
The
And-
first one is
And
correct.
you
101 year difference.
yeah. Well, no, it was okay. So, write your answers down.
on
What was it that was
Where do we
discovered?
write them? Where do we
Yeah.
write them so that the rest
Just
of us
say
can't
your
see it?
answers. Just say your answer out loud. Everybody will have looked it up by now, so I expect 3 correct answers. Go ahead.
I didn't look it
I
up.
didn't look it up.
Or you don't have to. You know already.
I didn't look it up because I'm not cheating.
All right.
Yeah, you
So
would.
Did I?
what do we got?
Uranium.
Going from left to right, Prospero, what's your answer?
Doggy do snow cone.
Sanguine, how about yourself?
Uranium.
Nope.
And Eve.
It was Curie, wasn't it?
Pitch blend. It's radium.
I thought it was uraniite, which is
Radium.
Oh, okay.
That one I actually took
Marie-
off of the Jeopardy
Mar-
page.
Marie and Pierre Curie.
Curie.
Yep.
That's what. Anyway,
It was
That
a
was
doggy
what
do
the-
snow cone for her.
that was the chemistry Nobel for her.
Yeah,
I
it was.
thought the pitch blend was the one that you got the uranium oxide from. I was wrong on
No,
that.
no, that's yellow cake. You're probably thinking of.
Okay.
Uranium oxide is contained in
Uraniite.
Yellow
Okay.
cake. Yeah, uranite inside yellow cake or
Well, folks,
Eve, I like your picture.
Yeah, that's a cool pitch.
It's awesome.
for those of you listening
Thank
in chat, I think we've learned a few things tonight. One, Johnny's not to be trusted with the trivia.
I was doing so well.
Two, read your Bibles.
Yes.
You never know when that's going to come in
Jesus
handy.
Christ, I need to go brush up on my Bible.
All right, yeah. He's in there too.
Yeah.
Read your Talmud.
If
And,
Caleb was awake, she'd be very disappointed in me right now.
And,
I think-
if you have the opportunity, catch some classic TV. You never know when it's going to come in handy.
I think Johnny and Hate Camel did a great job on this.
I think they did.
I didn't do shit.
Very good stuff. Very
No,
good.
y'all did good.
It's good.
It's got
for,
some rough
it's-
edges,
it's
like
good for
any
we-
diamond, but,
it's good
yeah.
for what we had. Starting off from
Got
I
rough
think
edges
you were.
like
I think
any
you were trying to
diamond, but
spend too many plates on your own there, Johnny. Maybe if I had like control of the board to like click on the stuff, and you paid attention to the buzzers
yeah.
next time.
Yeah, it's a lot to
Manage.
Yeah.
One of these days
You-
we'll work out all the kinks.
Yeah, well,
You can
that's
specialize in buzzers. You'll be a buzzer specialist.
it's a neat thing though that there is a crowd buzzer program
Yeah, but
that
if
can
you
be
work
used.
out all the kinks, and they're not a good little girl, and nothing.
Yeah.
And yes, that's right, Keith. Everyone give a golf clap for our winner tonight, Prospero.
Golf
Yep.
club.
Who kicked ass tonight?
Polite putting green applause.
So, did you have anything else cooked up for us tonight, Johnny, or was that the main? Do we have any dessert? I guess.
Nope, that was it because I had a feeling this was going to take some time to get through.
I could show my boobs, but A, that would get us kicked off of YouTube, and B, it's kind of dark in here, so you wouldn't see anything anyway.
We could all have a chuckle at the fact that Juicy Smollett thinks that he's going to be Epstein.
We should be so lucky.
Oh,
I
did
still
you guys?
find that hilarious. That he stood up. I am not suicidal. I am not going to do anything to myself. It is important that it is made clear that if anything happens to me, I did not do it to myself. I'm not suicidal. And I'm just going, well, he does know a lot of Democrats.
Yeah.
I just think it's funny. He thinks Kamala is as competent as Hillary in that department.
They'd hear her coming a mile away.
What, what did he get? Like 6 months or
6
5
months in
months?
Cook County.
Was it a full 6 months? I thought it was like was it 150 days in
Yeah,
the
150
county?
days. I'm just looking at it here.
3 years of probation, or
Yeah.
roundabouts, and he had to pay like a $25,000 fine plus restitution to the city of Chicago.
Yeah, it was an absolute slap on the wrist, but
Yeah, it was.
For him, yeah.
just
Hey,
the
I have to
I'm
wonder how
not
much of that time he'll
impressed.
actually end up doing in county before they kick him out for crowding
Being
or
an
something like
annoying cunt. It's
Well,
just-
Illinois has good time too, and I think the good time is 2 for 1. So he'd probably do about a third of that.
yeah.
also.
I just
I'm
hope he has
willing
a
to bet-
Nigerian roommate.
Yeah.
I'm willing to bet even the
With
cell
needs.
block queens
Mhm.
and will
MAGA
look at
hats.
him and tell him to settle down
Special
a little bit.
needs.
I think they should put him on the laundry detail, stringing up the ropes,
Yeah.
stringing up the laundry lines.
Can I be heard?
Yes, you
Yes.
can. We were just talking over top of you.
Wasn't sure. My mic has been going on and off as I'm cooking.
No,
and
we're just as rude as we ever were.
moving
Sanguine.
around.
Why are you cooking your mic?
Not cooking my mic, but cooking around
Oh,
my
okay.
mic.
In other news, apparently Elon Musk and Grimes had another baby and didn't tell anyone.
Yeah, it's a
And-
little girl.
Yeah, little girl, and she was nicknamed Y, and the letter Y. I don't really want to get into what her actual name is, the poor thing, because those two people are psychos when it comes to naming their children.
I keep
not
wondering
wrong.
which
I
whether
mean,
star did they?
the mother's name is Grimes. I don't
Yes.
have much hope for the name
yeah.
of the children.
Why, Grimes?
Apparently, she was having it. She was in the middle of an interview about her latest album or single or something at her house, and the interviewer said, "I'm sitting there asking her the questions and blah, blah, blah. So all of a sudden, I hear a baby crying upstairs, and he said, I just kind of see her grimace, and it's just like odd." And then we go on with the conversation. Then I hear distinctly 2 children, and I look at her and I just kind of go, "Grimes, do you have another baby?" And she just kind of goes, "Yeah."
It's what happens when you go to Costco. You always end up with more,
It's like, what
more
the
of the
fuck?
stuff than you need.
See,
I've
the
been
thing
singing-
that
I've been singing "Secret Baby" to the tune of Poison Ivy all evening. So
the thing that slightly annoys me about the way that they name their children is, I get it. Elon is obsessed with space. That's fucking awesome. You can name your children after stars. Choose the actual name, not the designation.
I have a feeling that on their really real birth certificates, their names are, Sarah,
Yeah.
something.
And
something,
Billy.
and
whatever.
Billy. Yeah, it's really
Just a media fake out.
knowing what he
Elon Musk
knows,
would do that in a second.
knowing what he knows about the media. Absolutely.
Yes.
I mean, I'm amazed he didn't name the child FGB.
I am.
Mm,
His
LGB.
name is Calculon.
Calculon.
Calculus. Yeah.
No, the only other thing I saw the past couple days
Cha-ching and cha-ching the second.
that really made me kind of laugh was an interaction that the 3 of us minions had on Twitter
Yeah, this is.
with a lovely person who was trying to dunk on Ted Cruz.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know, Skep. Do you follow Ted Cruz on Twitter since he's your senator and everything, or?
Yes, I do. He's my senator.
Then you probably saw him retweeting Wilfred Riley with just boxes of Land O'Lake butter, and Wilfred said they literally removed the Indian and kept the land.
Yes. Yeah.
Which
I
I
did see
retweeted
that.
that, and I said the more things change, the more they stay the same.
Well, the tweet itself, as I remember it, was how American. They removed the Indian and they kept the land, or something like that.
Mhm.
Well, yeah. So Ted Cruz, he retweeted that, and he said, "Why does the left hate Indians?" To which our story begins.
Oh boy.
This individual retweeted it and said Ted Cruz called Native Americans Indians because of course he did.
Right. We all did for years and years and years.
And we still do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what people from India call the quote unquote Native Americans in the United States? Do you know what they call them? You're going to love this.
Casino
If-
Indians?
No, they call them Red Indians
Huh?
to distinguish them from Indians who come from India.
That's a holdover from the
I'm
British.
Dead serious. Yeah, of course it is. Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. Quite right.
Holdover from the British, distinguishing between the Indians.
Yep.
So yeah, this individual decides they're going to get, I guess, offended on our behalf.
Mhm.
To
Oh,
which
thank
somebody rightly points out to this person, many of them call themselves Indians.
God. Right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, some of us we shorten it down even further to just.
But
Indians.
the way that conversation proceeds, unfortunately, is that then they say, "Well, yeah, you hear certain people being free with the N word, but you better not be a person who is not of a certain racial background using that word," and they feel that same respect and custom should be afforded the word the Indian.
I have an
If
Indian
where that
past.
goes.
If the person was more intelligent, that might have been their tact. They just fucking flat out
Yeah.
denied it.
You're not wrong
Yeah.
saying that.
No, they don't. Do you even know why white people started calling natives that from the get-go? And you know, they go back and forth a little bit, and then somebody else, one of our mutuals, me and Johnny, he tags us in. He said, I'm going to gather up a little group of Indians that call themselves Indians and bring them here.
Yeah.
To which she didn't respond to either me or Johnny when we showed up. Like, I was like, you rang? But she did respond to Della.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, because Della, you know, he said, actually, many of us natives do actually refer to ourselves, to each other and ourselves, as Indians. Sometimes engines. It's even in my Twitter bio. But by all means, feel free to continue making unnecessary assumptions for attention.
But Camel, the important question is: are you an honest engine?
I mean,
Are you the little engine that could?
Straight
Boo.
Yeah, that was pretty bad, and it was.
see, I
about
was
to get
thinking,
worse
I was trying to
because-
think of a way to make an innuendo, but I was like, that's not going to work out for me. Nah.
An innuendo?
Yeah. But yeah, so,
Yeah, the
so
thing
Della
that I thought
responds.
would just
you know,
make it worse because I was about to say, well, that would work, except if there's one thing that Indians should really stick away from, it's chug a chug, chug a chug, chug a chug, chug.
But yeah, so this response from Della got a response. Hello, incel group member. I don't have time for your bullshit. Sorry. Best of luck.
Insult group leader.
Incel.
Incel. Oh, that no. Excuse me.
It's just a-
That is engine group leader.
But yeah, I thought this person's bio was hilarious because
Oh, God.
I was hoping they would respond to me when I was like, "You rang? You know, like, do we want to have this conversation? Really?" This is a U.S. Air Force veteran, proud Palestinian, humanist, prof/historian, traveler, and dog simp.
Wait, what is the Twitter handle on that? Because I think I know that guy. What's the handle?
It's misanthropy for the win.
Yeah. Yes. I have tangled with this clown.
But yeah, so like I saw the bio, I was like, please say something to me, please. But yeah, I just think it's funny that, you know, somebody has to you know, stand up for us poor engines.
She replied.
See, there's
She replied,
there's only
she
two
replied to
things.
Jason.
There are only two
Oh,
things
no.
that pop into my mind whenever I hear the and for some reason I just blanked on the word that I was about to go off of. Never mind. Continue.
Oh my God! Yes, she did respond to Jason.
Hi, my
because
adorable little incel Groiper fan club.
she's calling a bunch of Indians groipers. Oh wow! I mean, I don't know. I don't know
Who's
about,
calling Indians groipers? What?
Yeah. You're the one you tangled with, this humanist Palestinian veteran
humans-
dog simp.
Now I remember what it is. Whenever I hear traveler, I just think either sovereign citizens or
Do they like
gypsies.
dags? I just wanted to recognize your efforts and let you know that though I don't care to read your replies, I appreciate you choosing my tweet as a location of your circle jerk. Heart.
Oh, I see. Simius had weighed in.
Yeah, he's also another one of the mixed race ones.
Yeah, so I mean, like, don't you have an Israeli to argue with? Why are you wasting time telling us, you know, that we don't call ourselves this thing we actually told you we call ourselves?
Oh my God, this is so funny. I just hit Monkey's reply after she called Della incel group member.
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, sure, the actual native is just not getting sex because your dumbass was wrong.
Yep.
And I'm going to follow that up with a retweet.
Oh my God, what a bitch.
Yeah. So, like, let's go back through and count, shall we? Let's see. There's Della, Monkey, Johnny, Simius, me. So 1, little 2, little 3.
Really? Yeah.
I don't even know what to say. Yeah, just
Somebody ought to
let that
send
one
her.
lie.
Somebody ought to tag her on Ranting Monkey's first Thanksgiving. She'd shit the bed. I mean, it would be all over for her.
Oh, the feminist Thanksgiving.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's just like the Indian Bob. They parked their boat. I sent that to my cousins, and they said we couldn't make it through. It was that cringe, and I was like, "It's supposed to be that cringe." It's just they found it too painful to listen to, and I was like, "Oh, it's my go-to Thanksgiving entertainment." You know, WKRP in Cincinnati. No one told me turkeys couldn't fly, and
God is my witness. I thought
yeah,
turkeys could fly.
and Monkey's Thanksgiving story.
But yeah, I just love this bio. Proud Palestinian, dog simp.
Oh my God!
How does that work, ma'am? Please explain.
I just love this other person who said, "I'm going to gather up a little group of Indians that call themselves Indians and bring them here. They're already there."
That's our buddy Vince. Yeah.
Yeah, and I like Terry. Terry's response. This is going to get savage, isn't it?
Well, I'm just wondering how many of us, like, do we have to get like a whole band together to get her to start appreciating that we do use Indian as a descriptor for ourselves?
Oh my God! When Della said to find out the answer to your question,
it's the Bureau of Indian Affairs, for fuck's sake, not the Bureau of Native American Affairs.
Yeah, they didn't change the name, but I love Della saying to find out the answer to your question, just follow the trail of tears. And Terry's response: someone dropped garbage on the ground again. Oh, that is such a reference to Iron Eyes Cody with a tear streaming down his face because of littering. Remember those ads?
Iron Eyes Cody, the
Italian.
most famous Native American Italian.
Yes.
I still love the fact that the most famous Native American is actually Italian.
Yeah. he just...
I don't know. I think West Study kind of beats out Iron Eyes Cody.
And Ricardo Montalban got a lot of Indian roles in movies.
Mm-hmm.
So this babe says she's a proud Palestinian.
Uh-huh.
What the fuck is that? Can someone tell me who the president of Palestine was in 1960?
I like to ask him what the name of the capital was.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, that gets you blocked almost immediately. I'm like, all right, you can play if you can tell me what the name of the capital of Palestine was before the creation of the state of Israel.
Yeah. And how come your flag is the Jordanian flag with the star removed? What was up with that?
I just like the juxtaposition of proud Palestinian and dog simp. I can't stress that enough, because I'm not a mullah, but I get the feeling she's been hanging out with too many white women, and that is absolutely haram.
Yes, it is.
Like I said, I'm willing to bet that she ends up dog-pilled.
I was going to say, actually, just somebody just needs to tell her, cover your hair, bitch.
Maybe I should respond to like, hey, don't tell us what we call ourselves, and I won't tell you to cover that slutty hair.
Yeah, you don't tell me what to call myself, and I won't call you a sand.
I really like Simius' last response here, where he says, "Some do, the proud Palestinian says, no, they don't. Do you even know why white people start calling natives that from the get-go?" Simius just comes back real calm and says, "Some do, some don't. Personally, I like to be specific when it comes to my ancestry, but in general, I have used native or Indian. Saying they absolutely don't is not true." And that's all he says. It's just perfect tone.
It's Simius.
Perfect.
That is such a typical tone for
him.
For Simius. Yeah.
And notice she only responded to Della, not to any of like Amanda Wolfchild's in there too. She responded to Della and Jason. That's it.
Good Lord. Amanda's in the thread?
Yeah.
Mhm.
In response to that same tweet that Simius. She
Okay.
scrolled down a little further. She's underneath the Della for me.
Oh, there it is. And I say Indian all the time. It's not a big deal.
But, we get no respect, I tell you. No respect.
Amanda's response is good too. She says, I'm part native. My great grandfather was full native, and I say Indian all the time too. It's not a big deal. Words don't have any more power than you grant them.
Mhm.
No kidding.
How
Yay,
dare
Amanda.
she?
So, Camel, be honest. Have you ever considered changing your name to Oscar to get a bit more respect when you then change your name back to something native sounding?
Johnny, I saw the signal. Cool story, bro. Oh, that's her. That's yeah. God. Oh my God, I just love that.
What are you talking about?
Her
Prospero?
response to Vincent von Doomer saying, I'm going to gather up a little group of Indians that call themselves Indians and bring them here. And, her response is just cool story, bro. And it's
Yeah, it's just that, I reject your reality and substitute my own. Fuck you.
while claiming
you're not
to
a
be
serious person, then get out.
while claiming to be a proud Palestinian.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But you misspelled fantasist.
Yeah, it's just like, so you're a Philistine then. You admit to it.
But yeah, that's the only thing I've really saw the past few days. Like, oh, that gives me a chuckle. Like this is somewhat in my wheelhouse. I don't know shit about Russia or Ukraine, so I've been tuned out for the most part of online discourse the past few weeks. But this one struck a chord. I was like, yay!
They got that name, Palestina. That happened because Rome was pissed off at them and wanted to make the point that they changed their name so that they would get the message that you are not Roman citizens. You will never be Roman citizens. No one who lives in your land has any hope of ever becoming a Roman citizen. And it's all because of that Maccabee rebellion. So fuck off. That's where Palestine comes from. It's a Roman name.
Palestina, yeah. And they gave it a feminine name too, which I love.
Yeah.
Why is it always Rome?
It does have a feminine suffix. I don't think they thought of it as feminine. I think they thought of it as plural, but you're right.
Yeah, but it's
still feminine suffix.
For a patriarchal group of people, that's an amusing thing.
Yes, it's a good point. Interesting.
But then again, Latin languages and their conventions for gender and language, you just throw your hands up at some point.
Case, voice,
mood. Well, not in Spanish.
Kill me.
Thank Christ.
No, I'm talking about Latin.
Yeah. I mean, Spanish and Italian kind of basically said, eat the shit.
Yeah, right.
And the French were like, okay, we're going to keep some of it, but we're not going to keep all of it. And the Germans were like, that case shit sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, the German is a case language.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, Dell and I both responded the same way to Vincent's original smoke signal, I guess.
You rang, yeah.
I've been watching a lot of classic TV lately, and Lurch or whatever from
You rang, yes.
Mm-hmm. I always love
Addams
that.
Family.
Mm-hmm. Although Nana Camel she does tend to lean more towards the westerns, so
that's all right.
I've been watching a lot of Rawhide and Wagon Train here lately.
How old on the Rawhides? Do you have Rowdy or?
Yes. Eric. You got Eric Fleming and Clint Eastwood as the two with the top billing.
Hot damn.
But they I think they go through quite a few different, because you got the original. I don't know if that's the original, but
was it Robert Fuller on that for like a season? I think. They
What
rotated
character
a
name?
lot of people through Rawhide.
Well, I remember like the episodes I've seen. It's been Eric Fleming with top billing, followed by Clint Eastwood, and then Wishbone, Paul Branniger.
Brenniger
Yeah,
and Sheb Woolley.
and occasionally they might throw in Mushy there at the end.
I had forgotten that Dmitry Tiomkin did that music. He wrote a lot of stuff. No, Fuller never went through that one. It was Wagon Train that Robert Fuller was on after Ward Bond died and John McIntyre took over.
Oh yeah, Fuller, wasn't he? Oh shit.
Emergency.
Well, no, I was trying to think of what his character's name was on the show.
Oh God, on Wagon Train.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Because Wagon Train will come on before Rawhide. And so, like, sometimes I'll miss those episodes because I'll be, like in the kitchen cooking or something for Nana Camel, or doing dishes, cleaning, whatever. So usually I'll catch like the last part. I won't usually catch the intro. I'll catch part of the episode, and then when we're doing banjing and stuff, we'll be sitting there listening to Rawhide while I'm working. So,
Cooper Smith was his character's name.
Ah, okay.
Terry Diamantis is. This is going to get savage, isn't it?
Isn't that great?
Terry has such an oblique take on things.
It was
love
him
that guy's sense of humor.
throwing up the trash on the ground that killed me, because that is such an old reference.
Yeah.
I mean,
Not if you're Indian.
oh yeah. Except he's Australian. So,
Yeah.
And they don't believe he's an Aboriginal.
Yeah, I was about to say,
No, he's
Terry
not.
doesn't strike me as an abo.
Terry is not an Aboriginal, as far as I know.
Well, I mean, I think the Savage joke was partly because of like me, Jai, and Della have the Discord where that's one of the roles.
Yes. You still don't have the room with the pox blanket, which upsets me.
No, but I mean, we do have the Peace Pipe where we share all of the different videos and stuff for different channels.
The friendship blankets.
And then of course, the meme catcher.
Yes, I like that a lot. That's a perfect name.
So you need the pox blankets just for a room where you put stuff that looks good when you first see it, and then you start reading it and you're realizing, oh God, no, what the fuck are they saying? Why are they saying it this way? Good God, no.
See nothing but rude
articles
with the.
Interesting, and I would like to subscribe to your newsletter, Sanguine. I think Della's still in chat. Della, make it happen.
if you can share my screen, this is a meme that I just came up.
Very nice.
Yes.
Nice.
I like that.
Oh, that reminds me. Did you see when AK Bro decided that he would look into whether not pulling the trigger was even possible with that particular firearm?
No, I haven't seen anything about that.
So, Brendan Herrera, commonly known as AK Bro, and to some people, Papa Kalash, is a gun YouTuber. And when he heard about this story, he does meme reviews and shit like that as well, gun meme reviews. So he heard about this story, heard about him saying, I didn't pull the trigger. And he went, okay, is this even possible that he could have not pulled the trigger? And he went, well, if it's an old enough style gun, some of them, you pull back the hammer, and if it doesn't have a half-cocked position, then you could pull it back almost to the point where it would lock and release it, and it might be able to fire. So I found out the exact type of gun and got that exact type of gun and then did a video about it where he's going, yeah, this fucking thing has a half-cock. There's no way that you could get it past. So the idea that he has currently is that the only thing that he could imagine might have been the case is him being an absolute numpty that doesn't know how guns work. As he pulled the gun out, he had the trigger pulled already, and then he cocked back the hammer and brought it just about to the point where it would lock back to full cock and released it. And because he had the trigger pulled, it just was able to send home.
Huh.
It was a rather well done video on the topic. I recommend it to anyone who is interested in that type of stuff. Again, that's Brendan Herrera.
Whole thing is a mess.
And now Okie Native's involved, so I guess you can really say we circled the wagons on this one.
Ha!
Turnabout's fair play, I suppose.
What did Okie have to say about
I
this?
said, isn't it supposed to be the white people that circle the wagons? I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
I'm confused.
You stole our land, we'll steal your idioms.
Rude.
Or at least our tactics.
You know, that was the thing. The Indians really,
I can't make the joke I want to
truly,
make.
even the big tribes.
Oh,
no
sorry, I
No,
was just reading Okie Native's comment.
Anyway, they didn't have any concept really of ownership of land. That was, you know, they really were at a disadvantage, particularly at first. They had no idea. Those tribal leaders had no idea what these guys from Washington were obligating them to, and that they didn't understand contract law. They didn't have any kind of representation.
Mm-hmm.
It is just, you know, unfortunately, it's kind of a view into the way a lot of bad things happened in the past. But that is something that undeniably happened and was, you know, just horrifying. The story of the Trail of Tears is just a hideous recounting of needless suffering. Really shitty.
And I have to stress still that most of the Trail of Tears shit falls on the heads of the various governors, because that was a non-by-the-letter interpretation of the policy.
Yeah, but most of the victims were Indians.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I'm saying that it was the
And
governors
that is what is said. I don't care which government official was responsible for it. Whether you know, I put $20 bills in my billfold. I'm not crazy.
Yep.
But
I shed a tear every time a $20 bill leaves my billfold.
I feel
Absolutely.
you. Me too.
But I ain't no fan of Andy Jackson.
But I don't think he was a great president, or you know, he was
a raging asshole, but he was a gloriously raging asshole.
Well, he was a pretty good general. He's a pretty decent general.
Very colorful character.
A shitty president. His parties were drunken, besotted, crazy rage fests.
Mm-hmm.
They almost burned down one of the rooms in the White House during one of their bacchanals.
And he almost beat a would-be assassin to death with his cane.
Yeah. He was an extremely temperamental man, and not entirely stable. But
Also,
they found gold in North Carolina's mountains, and it was like, okay, all you little lovely woodland Cherokee, up straight off to Oklahoma, have a good time. You know, and it's like, but there's nothing here.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Jackson, but at the same time, it could be worse. I could be in Mississippi.
This is true.
Or Philadelphia.
That's
well,
really
no.
awful.
Mississippi is with the Choctaw lands before the Trail of Tears. So
I know. I was making a cross-reference joke for Prospero's benefit.
And they called all that pre-cleared land in the north of Alabama and north of Mississippi land where the idiot white people settle, where the big wind blows their shit away. Basic tornado stretch across northern Mississippi and Alabama. It was like, we can settle here. There's nobody here.
So
Yeah, there are no
that,
trees. That might be your hint.
Well,
that reminds me of something that I've raged about to other people fairly recently. It pisses me off that regional architecture has almost entirely disappeared because I live in the frozen north. Here, we should have ridiculously sharp steeples because that sheds the snow.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how many fucking buildings are built here with a goddamn Mediterranean flat roof?
yeah,
Yeah, isn't that brilliant?
good thinking.
If I were to be thinking, okay, we're building a structure in Tornado Alley, the first thing that I do is, okay, we're sinking like 90% of that underground, right?
Well, it took
What-
several
what-
generations
what-
to experience and get it through their thick skull that they
And
might.
even then, they still aren't sinking them. Most
Well,
of the
in
way
some
below
cases
ground.
they can't, because of the water table, Sanguine.
Yeah, in some cases, but there's a hell of a lot of that stretch where they could, and they still aren't, and they're
Let me-
also building.
I'd like
Let
to
me ask
see
you
the,
guys a
flat roof
question.
I'd like to
Mediterranean.
see the soil.
I want to ask you guys a question. What is the name of the type of roof? It's a style of roof, and it has extremely steeply pitched, and it's to shed snow. And the idea came from the Nordic countries.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about like the Scandinavian stave church roof?
No, I'm talking. It's named for something in England. It's like Cotswold, but it's not Cotswold. That's what the name reminded me of. And if you can think of it, please DM me, because it's been driving me crazy for about a month, and it's really hard to research. If you look up historical roof names of roofs, there's not a lot of information on that online. Believe it or not, hard to imagine that somebody hasn't gone back through and looked up the names of obscure roofing styles in the past. But they have in some of the snowier areas in Great Britain, they build the houses like this. And the other thing about this is, not only are they very, very steeply pitched, and I mean steep to the point of nearly, they appear, they're not, of course, but they appear like they're nearly vertical. I mean,
Yeah, damn near knife's edge.
Yeah, exactly. And but one side has a different angle with relation to the flat ground than the other. So it looks asymmetrical, and that is part of this roof style. And I used to know the name of it. I can't believe I forgot something.
You aren't talking like the Skeleton and Lean, right?
No, if you said it, I would know it. And interesting. And it's not a building technique. It's one word. It's a blank. And it's 2 syllables. It's a blank roof. And I think the second part of it is wold, WOLD, which is why I think of Cotswold. But it's not. It's something else. I can't remember what it was. And I figured Prospero would probably know it off the top of her head.
No, I don't know that much about architecture.
Me either, unfortunately. I'm trying to do something about that.
But I'm just outraged by the fact that we decided we're just going to entirely ignore the regional building styles, and we'll just slap Mediterranean buildings everywhere.
Yeah, where the snow, the weight of the snow can crush your roof.
Yeah. So they end up having to put a lot more money into making the building a hell of a lot stronger than it would need to be, and the thing still fucking leaks like a goddamn sieve, because it's only a matter of time before it springs a leak when it's settled like that. Because all it takes is really, if you have a Mediterranean style roof, even if you have a gutter system, all it takes is for your gutter to get filled, which happens all the time when you have that freeze melt cycle, where it'll freeze in the gutters and then melt on top, so you'll have a fucking pool for a roof for a period of time until your gutters melt enough that they give way, which just means that water is sitting on top of your roof until it finds a crack to seep into, which is why you always had these ridiculously steep roofs, because you don't need to make it as strong of a structure if you have a steep enough roof, it just sheds the snow.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have to worry about the roof leaking half as much because, again, it sheds the snow rather than allowing the melt to pool on the roof for an extended period of time. And I don't get it. There are places where Mediterranean build makes absolute sense. I could understand the occasional Mediterranean build somewhere else because some nut job goes, I want a Mediterranean villa in goddamn Alaska, and they'll make a Mediterranean villa in Alaska. But those should be the minority of structures, with the majority of structures being steeped roofs, and then a just shy of meeting that, well, more plurality of structures would be the steeped roofs. Then a fair number would be the standard American home that has a decent pitch to its roof. It's not really sharp, but it's not shallow or flat either. And it's just effectively the most generalist home build that I can possibly imagine. You can slap that thing anywhere and it can deal with it.
And you're not talking about the Rhenish helm either.
I've been looking and I'm finding the general nicknames for him, but I'm not finding anything specific.
Yeah.
I see Dutch roof, mansard roof. That be it?
No, it's not mansard. Mansard is the very, very common in Paris.
This is, I just remembered, it's named for an area of England. It's named for the area. That's what it is. Shit. Almost had it. God damn it. Not
a dormer?
No.
Did you already say that one? I feel like you said that one.
No, it's a damn it.
So is it a, when you say one part has a different angle, you aren't talking like a clerestory roof, right?
If you took the peak of the roof and ran a vertical from the top of the peak of the roof directly to the ground, one side of the roof would be at a different angle to that vertical than the other side.
Okay, so it is effectively
one side of the
half almost.
One side of the roof is more steeply pitched than the other side of the roof, but they're both steeply pitched.
Yep, I was just making sure that it wasn't the clerestory, which is the very sharp steeple up at the top, and then it has a shallower secondary roof below that.
So you figure it's from the north?
Yeah, it is.
England.
It is. It is from
so Carlisle or north
around there,
or Gateshead.
Yes.
Morpeth.
Where they get the lake effects now. They get decent amounts of snow there.
Well, as enthralling as talking about roofs has been, we are definitely getting past that time.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm probably bored everybody to death with my fascination of trivia. I'm sorry about that.
Well, that was more my tangent of bitching about how we no longer have that regional styling of homes. We just constantly slap Mediterranean homes, regardless of what the fucking weather pattern is.
Not around here very much because there's a whole lot of repro kind of architecture.
But we are going to move on to parting thoughts. I'll start with you, Sanguine.
If you're passionate about something, make sure that you devour it. Don't let it devour you. And in case, since Eve is on the stream tonight, Jacob Jett is hanging around, that means don't be a Sonic fan.
Yeah, Jacob's around.
He normally wants me to tack that on.
It's been a while since we chatted with him too.
Yep, it's been too long. We also need to be able to bullshit about the lesser jet again.
Test.
Hello.
You're
You're crackling.
Total
You're
static.
crackling.
Yeah, you're very much like English sci-fi from the 80s.
Well, you need to
Robot voice.
change your headset. It is probably got something wrong with it. It sounds like a bad connection in the headset. Just a guess, but I bet that's what it is.
I think she was on like wired earbuds.
Mm-hmm.
It's because I'm doing this through a mobile browser on my phone.
There we go. Much clearer now.
Yeah. It's a pain in the ass. It's not designed to do this, but I'm jerry rigging it to make it work.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. And
So.
how about you, Skep?
I'm going to go out with Ashnagdrabatuluk, Ashnagimbatur, Ashnagthraktuluk, Ach Burgumishikimbatu.
I feel like he's about to snatch away his heart out of their chest.
One ring to rule them all, one ring to find them, one ring to bring them all, and in the darkness bind them. That's the only dark speech I know.
All right. And Prospero?
Hey, live long and prosper.
live long, Prospero.
Yeah.
Yay.
There you go.
All right, that's enough time for you. How about you, Camel?
If you have 5 little 6 little 7 little Indians in your replies, maybe listen to them.
Yeah.
Well said.
Eve?
I don't know. I guess I fucked your mom, so.
Don't take any wooden nickels.
Nice.
That's what I'm just gonna go with because I ain't got nothing else.
And I will go with my fallback, and that is I don't like pain. It hurts me.
But it's weakness leaving the body.
Oh, shut up.
And with that, the zoo is closed. Have a good night, everyone.
Good night,
Good
everyone.
night, all.